Very good evening, everyone. Happy to see you all here on this exciting session, and it's all about friendship code. And it's our immense pleasure to see you all here to unlock friendship code. Before we get into the session, we have a question to everyone watching. What comes to your mind when you hear the word friendship? Is it fun, school, or even someone who knows all your embarrassing situations? Please, you can leave your answers in the chat. We would love to know what friendship really means to you. Leaving that on one side, now, why are we here? We are here to explore 7 qualities that are very important in friendship that can really make friendship stronger, happier, and even more meaningful. So now we are going to hear a story for each quality, also a short speech about each quality, so that we can understand why those qualities are important in friendship. Let's hear to our young speakers and also to the little story presenters. So, before we hear about all the other qualities, let's begin with something very simple. That's kindness. Kindness is the important quality that all of us need to possess. Let's see how it works in friendship. Let's hear the story from Yakshan about kindness now.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Jayakshan Sai. Today, I'm going to talk about a short speech about kindness. Ria saw a new girl named Mira sitting alone during lunch every single day. While everyone laughed and chatted with their friends, Mira quietly ate by herself. Many students saw her, but no one stopped to talk. Ria picked up a lunchbox, walked away with a smile, and said, "Can I sit with you?" Mira nodded shyly. They shared stories, laughed, and even shared their favorite snacks. On the next day, Ria invited Mira to play during the recess. Slowly, Mira began making more friends, became cheerful and confident. At the end of the school year, Mira thanked Ria and said, "When I was invisible, you made me feel I belong." Ria noticed that kindness doesn't have to be big, it should be genuine. One small act of kindness turned a lonely day into a beginning of a beautiful friendship.
What a beautiful story about kindness, Yakshay. So, yes, rightly said, our small act of being kind can bring great change in someone's life. Now, let's explore more about this quality from a short speech from Aradhana. All right. So, I believe that Aradhana will be back in a while. Meantime, we'll move to the next quality. So, what's next? It's all about honesty. Before we talk about that quality, let me put you a question. Would you rather have someone who tells what you love to hear all the time, or the one who tells the truth even if it is difficult? I would definitely have the honest friend. How about you? You can share your answer in the chat. Meantime, let's hear a story about honesty from Yuva Shakti.
Hello, I'm going to share a story on honesty. Arjun and Rahul were best friends who loved drawing together after school. One afternoon, while playing, Arjun accidentally knocked over Rahul's art folder, tearing his favorite drawings. Fear filled Arjun's heart. He thought about putting it back and pretending nothing had happened, but thinking for a second, he walked to Rahul and admitted the truth. I'm really sorry, I made a mistake. Rahul felt disappointed, but he appreciated that Arjun was honest instead of making excuses. That day, Rahul said, "I'm not upset because of that accident. I'm happy I can trust you." Their friendship became stronger because honesty replaced fear.
That was really awesome, Yuva Shakti. Yes, we realize that being honest is not that easy, something very hard, but that is important in friendship. So let's hear more about honesty with Vishwati's speech.
Good day, everyone. I'm Vishruti. Today, I'm honored to speak before you on the topic that forms the relationship of every relationship. Honesty. Honesty is one of the strongest pillars in friendship. Friends don't have to be perfect, but they should be truthful. Sometimes telling the truth feels difficult because we fear losing someone's trust. Ironically, honesty is exactly what builds trust. When we admit our mistakes, keep our promises, and speak sincerely, people know that they can depend on us. Honest friends don't gossip behind each other's back or hide important truths. They communicate with respect and kindness even during disagreements. Remember, honesty is not about being harsh, it is about being truthful with compassion. A friendship built on lies becomes weak, but a friendship built on honesty grows stronger through every challenge. So ask yourself today, am I the kind of friend others can trust? Your honesty may be the greatest gift you give your friends.
Wow, that's great, Vishruti. You have just emphasized how important being honest, especially how it works in friendship. So let's move to the next quality now. Before we hear a story about that quality, let's imagine when your friend says a secret and tells, please don't tell anyone. What would you do? You keep that secret with yourself? Yes? Alright. So, what if other friends keep asking about the secret? You still keep that with yourself? Yeah? Yes. So, that's called trust. Now, let's hear a story about trust from Kush.
Hello everybody, today I am here to give a short story on trust. So let's start. Sarah and Aisha were best friends who did everything together. One day, Sarah shared a secret with Aisha. Please don't tell anyone, she whispered. Aisha promised she wouldn't. The next day, some classmates tried to get Aisha to reveal the secret. They kept asking and even laughed at her for refusing to tell them. Although it wasn't easy for Aisha to keep her promise, a few days later she smiled and said, "Thank you for protecting my trust." From that day on, Sarah knew she could always count on Aisha. Their friendship became stronger because the trust had been protected. They both realized that trust is earned through action, not just words.
That was a splendid story, Kush. Yes, it's very clear that trust is not built in just one day, but trust can fade off in just one moment. Now, let's have more inputs about this quality from Ruvani.
The speech, the story. It is just like the foundation of the house. Without it, even the strongest friendship can fall apart. Trust grows when we keep our promises, tell the truth, and stand by our friends. It also means respecting someone's privacy and not sharing things they ask us to keep confidential. Building trust takes time, but breaking it can happen in just few moments. That's why every choice we make matters. If you want lasting friendships, be someone others can depend on. Let your actions match your words. Today, ask yourself, can my friends trust me with their feelings, their stories, and their confidence? A trustworthy friend is a treasure that everyone hopes to find.
That's absolutely right, Ruvani. You just made it very clear that our actions really matter to build trust. So, now what's next? This is something that we all look for. What's that? Just think of a incident where your friend would have not been really good, but when you asked, your friend would have said, I'm all right. Then you would have gone a step ahead and realized something went wrong. Does it happen? Yes? Yeah. So that's called empathy. Empathy is nothing but you just understand what another person is feeling. So now let's hear a story about empathy from Rohit.
But this story, Kabir noticed that his cheerful friend Arav had become unusually quiet. Instead of ignoring him, Kabir sat beside him and gently asked, "Is everything okay?" Arav shared that he was worried because his grandmother was unwell. Kabir listened patiently without interrupting. He didn't try to solve the problem or change the topic. Simply stayed with his friend, offered comfort words. Over the next few days, Kabir continued checking on Arav and made sure he never felt alone. Later, Arav said, "You didn't just hear my words, you understood my feelings." That a simple act of empathy made their friendship stronger than ever.
Wow, it is an evidence that sometimes our friends do not need someone to advise, but someone to listen to them. So now let's hear a speech about empathy from Sanmika. Okay, maybe in a while we'll hear a speech from Sanmika. Meantime, we'll move on to the next quality. So, what's next quality? When your friends stand beside you during good times and also during difficult times and helping you to do what is right. That's called loyalty. So, let's hear a story about loyalty from Harshitana. Harshita? All right, we can go ahead with the speech about loyalty now.
Loyalty speech. Loyalty means standing by your friends through both sunshine and storms. It is easy to be someone's friend. True loyalty appears when your friend is facing challenges. Loyal friends defend each other with kindness, avoid spreading gossip, and remain supportive during difficult times. Loyalty is not about agreeing up with every mistake. A loyal friend also has the courage to guide someone toward what is right. Friendship is not about convenience, it is about commitment. Ask yourself today, will they stand by my friend when they need me the most? Loyalty is one of the greatest gifts you can offer in any friendship.
Marvelous, Abhinay. You just made us to realize that loyalty is not just blindly believing the friend, but making them understand what has to be done and how it has to be done. Thank you, Abhinay. So now, let's get back to Harshita to hear a story about it. Yes, Harshita. Great, Harshita. So, loyalty is the core part of true friendship. In fact, that is the best choice that you can opt for to care your friend. Now, what's next? You know what? Something like a glue that keeps friends together, even during difficult times. That's called forgiveness. We may have many possibilities to fight with our friends, but still, what is important? After having all that fight and all the hard times, we still remain the same and sweet with our friend, forgiving all that happened. So that's called forgiveness. Let's hear a story about forgiveness. Yes, Lakshita?
Rohan and Vivek had planned to work together on a school project. On the day they were supposed to meet, Vivek forgot and went to play cricket with his cousins. Rohan felt disappointed and angry. The next morning, Vivek sincerely apologized and admitted his mistake. He did not make excuses. Rue wanted a moment to calm down and decided to forgive him. Together they completed the project and even won appreciation from their teacher. Looking back, they realized that one mistake did not have to end. A wonderful friendship, forgiveness gave them a chance to grow stronger together.
Beautiful, Lakshita. Yes. So, it is very clear, and you just brought a great point to our mind that if we drop our anger, we can really build friendship stronger. Now, let's have a short speech about forgiveness from Rinaira.
Hello everyone, my name is Srinaira. Today I'm gonna speak about forgiveness. Nobody is perfect because we all make mistakes sometimes. If a friend says, I am sorry, I'll try to be better and we can forgive them. Forgiveness means let it go of anger and being kind again. When we forgive, our friendship will become stronger and happier. One day, we might make mistake. We need somebody to forgive us. Today, think about a friend you can forgive and a friend you can say sorry. A kind heart helps friendship grow.
Amazing, Rinaira. Yes. So, forgiveness can heal the friendship bond and helps friends to move forward. Now, finally, yet importantly, what's that quality? That's encouragement. Let's imagine when we feel completely down, but our friend says, Hey, I'm here with you. What may come? And in fact, when we feel like giving up something, but our friends say, No, you can do it. Wow, how encouraging these words are, right? Yes. So, encouraging words are really essential for the friend. So, let's hear a story about encouragement now.
Encouragement story. Anika loved singing but was too nervous to perform at the school talent show. She kept saying, I'm not good enough. Her friend Priya believed in her and encouraged her to practice every day. Whenever Anika made a mistake, Priya reminded her that every great singer will start as a beginner. On the day of performance, Priya sat with the front row, smiling and cheering loudly. Anika sang beautifully and received a big round of applause. Afterwards, she hugged Priya and said, I only found the courage because you believed in me. A few encouraging words had changed fear into confidence. Thank you.
Hey, Matanika, that's really splendid. So now, in fact, we gain confidence that encouraging words can even move the mountain aside. So now, let's hear a short speech about encouragement from Madhya.
Encouragement is one of the greatest gifts a friend can give. Our words have power to build confidence or break it. A true friend celebrates your success and supports you through failures and reminds you of your strength when you forget them. Encouragement doesn't require perfect words, simply a caring heart. Instead of criticizing, choose to motivate. Instead of doubting, choose to believe. One sentence of encouragement could change someone's life.
That's a perfect note about encouragement, Adya. Yes. So I hope you all remember that we started with kindness. Also, we had a story about kindness. So, coming to end of the session. Now, I would also like to hear a short speech about kindness from Aradhana.
Hello everyone, this is Aradhana. It's my pleasure to share you few words about kindness. Kindness is the first language of friendship. No matter who you are or where you come from, everyone understands kindness. A smile, a helping hand, or inviting someone to join you can make huge differences. It creates a safe place where friendships can grow naturally. It makes people feel seen, accepted, and important. The best thing about kindness is it spreads. If one person starts to be kind, the next is also inspired to do the same. So, never think that your small act of kindness go wasted because sometimes your smallest gesture can be someone's happiest memory in their life. So today, challenge yourself to do an unexpected act of kindness kindness because you might not just brighten someone's day but begin a lifetime journey with them.
Rightly said, Ara. Small gesture can mean a lot to someone. In fact, kindness is very important for all of us, not only in friendship, but every relationships. Yes. So finally, we are at end of the session. So we heard story and a speech about 7 qualities: kindness, honesty, trust, empathy, loyalty, forgiveness, and encouragement. So leaving all these 7 qualities to you all. Which one do you choose to be better at? Please think about it and leave your answer in the chat. Do you would like to know about it? Also, please think of someone who made your life really special and more meaningful. Just think of that one friend, and maybe after the session, you can leave a message or please call your friend and tell, I am so lucky to have you as my friend. Because we all know very well that we don't need any special occasion to appreciate someone who really touched our life. Right? So, leaving that, one final note. Please don't look for a good friend. Be a good friend. Keep caring, keep smiling, and keep building beautiful friendship. Thank you all. We'll meet you soon. Take care.